Hello everybody, Justin here. I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night. And let's jump into the charts. So today we are going to take a look on Vechain. And let's start from the bigger picture. Let's take a look on OBV. Okay, so OBV is looking great. Not the best, but it's great. We can see the divergence here. Okay, our first divergence. Okay, and now we have another thing here that's very clear, but is not 100% bullish. Take a look. Okay, so this scenario here is true, but we can't use such lines for trading. Okay, we can use these lines for analysis, but not for trading. And a better approach here for the long term can be this, something like this. Okay, but even this one here is tricky. Okay, because we can have another tail down here. So the bigger picture here, the following. This pattern right here, it's like a falling wedge, but it's not a falling wedge. Okay, it's like a inverse megaphone. Okay, and so how do we read it? How do we understand it? It's like a tactical retreat. Okay, you keep falling back, but you keep fighting your enemy, and you don't lose sight of him. Okay, so you stay close so the reinforcements arrive. Okay, this is tactical. This is not by coincidence, or it's not a random move, etc. So what we can expect here, let's see if I can make a good draw here. We have this guy here, this other guy here, and then we needed another lower high, but not compared to this one. Okay, I'm not talking about this one, because this one here was about the C19 event that you guys know and I can talk about. So we can expect, let me see if I can make a zoom here. Okay, now it's better. So what do we have here? We have this first guy here, then the second guy here, and we need a third one below. Okay, why we need this third one below and not on the same level? Because if we end up like this, for example, okay, so if we make, let's say we go up a little, okay, go up a little here, okay, so we go like this, and we trade like for sideways or consolidation for a short time before going down. Okay, so this is bad. What we needed is a straight move down, okay, which will give us a lower low. We need 3 lower lows. Okay, so this is our first, that can also be measured from here. So let's make this. Okay, so this is our first lower low, our second lower low, and this was our third lower low. Okay, now we needed another one, the last one. Okay, so how this structure here will play out? This whole structure here will give us a bounce of 50% of the entire structure. Okay, so this is based on math. Okay, not on lines or guessworks, etc. So a bounce here, we don't need the moving average. Okay, we don't need RSI, stochastic, whatever. You can just bring up your calculator and do the math by yourself. So we get the price from here, And then one of the reasons I said this bottom line here, it's speculative, okay? We can't use speculative lines to find a true value or a price or a range, okay? So this is only speculation for now because we are not ready yet, okay? But just for the sake of this example, let's make it like this. Let's make a better draw here. Take out guy here. So how we can do that? Okay, first, I'm going to show a draw so you can see how I can see. And then we can do the math. So we have this range here. This is not about support and resistance lines, okay? Forget it. So we have the first guy here. We have the second one here. And this one here, it's flat, okay? So we are looking for our next low, okay? And our next lower low. Let's say for the sake of this example, it's going to be at this level here, okay? Take out this one. So how we can do, just for an example, okay, so don't mind the numbers and the range of the numbers, just look on what we can have. That's what we are looking for the accumulation or a long or whatever you are planning to do. This is like a plan, okay? And you will also learn how to do it. So now that you can see the levels that we are looking for, what we are going to do, I will take out the squares so you can understand what I will do. Just step by step. We get the measure tool. We are going from the body to body. Okay, so we have -12. We go from body to body again. I will take notes here to make it clear. -11. And let's say for the sake of the example of this scenario, we have -10 here. Okay, so for the example, and then what we'll do, so we have 12, 11, and 10, which will give us 33, right? If we make this quick math here, we end up with 11, right? Because 11, well, 33. Okay, so our average price that we are looking for, it's another 11% drop compared to the previous one. Okay, so again, line here. So this one 12, this one is 11, and we are looking for a new one around another 11. Okay, so this scenario will give us a better range and a mathematical structure which we can trust. Okay, that's remember, for now it's only speculation. Okay, but this is what we are looking for. That's the only scenario we have, and we have technical evidence for such. Okay, so let me make the line here again. And so what we can do here is this. Okay, so here, okay, now it's perfect. So here we have a mathematical, a math projection of price, okay, from future price from Vechain, okay, from the behavior and the outcome of this pattern. It's going to give us this range here, okay. And with this range here, what we can do and what we can expect, what we can do is this. We get our Fibonacci friend. Okay, let's make it from top to bottom, no problem. Okay. So we know this structure here, the outcome for it's like a perfect outcome, okay. That's it's the measure behind the whole structure, okay, because like I said, it can go up forever, can go down forever. We have to pay our fee, okay, before we go up or before we go down. And so a 50% would give us 0.005. So this guy here, it's our outcome from this structure here. Okay, so this number here we have for a fact, okay, presuming, remember, we are presuming this scenario is going to play out, okay, and it's not wrong to presume here. Why? Because we have 70% plus the whole pattern is almost complete, okay, so we can take measures from here and look for what we can have next. So what we could expect at 50%, because this 50% here will give us a lower low, I mean a lower high, okay. So we still have a problem. We have the top here, we have our lower high here, and we will have another lower high here. So this is not a bull market, even with the bullish outcome from this, okay, because we know that a lot of people will say, oh, this is it, is moon, Lambos everywhere. No, it's not. We need technical evidence, and for such, what needs to happen? Let's take another look. Okay, in order to have a bull run, what we need is the first step, and the first step is here. We have to take out this level here, which means we have to make our fifth and then look for a pierce. We have to pierce this line, okay. We have to it's not necessary to close above, okay, but it will be great to make the point here. If the bulls make a long tail here, it's great news, okay, because what we will look after is going to be this. So move down, but will give us what? A higher low, okay, because we are going to have this lower low here, and then we will look for the firepower of the buyers, okay. If they are interested on Vechain, if there is something here, we are going to see in the charts, okay. So let's go back just a little. Okay, so by math we know this scenario is valid, okay, but about the firepower, if and we also are going to measure the way we are going up, okay. It is not only, oh, we are going up, it's amazing. No, we have to measure the behavior, because the candles behavior, it's the same as people behavior, That's why I read nature and not only news and charts. Okay, we have to look at the whole picture because we have people involved here. Okay, also it's true that 95% of all trades are made by bots, but even the bots are set up by people and people follow a schedule. Okay, so there's a lot of things here that can be tricky and that we have to look at. So about the firepower, we go and make our points to the 50. Maybe we can have a trigger of the 60, and then maybe we are going to make to the 70, 80. Okay, but the point here is if this whole move here, let me draw again. If we keep going like this, for example, with signs of weakness, this is going to be all the way bearish. Okay, because this can be, for example, uptrend channel which demands a correction, and if we don't have or end up with some kind of big corrections over the way, we will be poised to see another sell-off even before the hundreds or the 780, etc. Okay, so it's not bullish. We have to watch out for everything. Okay, so this is the bigger picture. Now let's jump into the small picture. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, so OBV, what OBV is telling us? We have bullish divergence, that's clear. Let's take it from here to here, and this guy here to here. Okay, so the bullish divergence is clear, crystal clear, and it is true that structure that we were looking at on the monthly chart about sorry, tactical retreat. Okay, so it's true. We can look at it later. And so what we have here, we had let's draw some lines here. Set the color. We have another one here. Here I'm not measuring or taking notes about support and resistance levels, okay? I look at people who are in the Champions Club, they know that I look for only Fibonacci levels, okay? The common resistance and support levels that people find value is not for me, okay? I'm not looking for that. So here we had a bearish continuation pattern that broke bearish, but if it wasn't for the C19 event, it probably could be worse, okay? And I will tell you why. Back in the day I said that this could be a bullish continuation structure that we should look at it, and we did had a small bull break, but top it out here, not a big deal, making another lower high. Okay, so still bearish, no signs of bullish activity. And then this scenario right here would give us, just a second please. Okay, let's go. So this scenario right here would give us the following. Let's take these guys out here just for a second and for the sake of the example. This scenario right here would end up like this. Okay, so by design, this outcome right here was already there. Okay, because we already had people with buy orders here. Why? Why that? Because here, I'll show you. This structure here is not fully developed, but every structure at the 50% point, we have targets for our next trade. Okay, so the top traders already had targets for this structure, and the outcome, the first one was close to this level, and the second one close to this level. Yes. So as you guys can see, just for a better example, some of you saw my lines and you don't understand. I'll give you a quick example. This would be the first target, and this would be the second target from the whole structure here. Okay. So after this move here, we are having this impulsive move here, which is not bullish. Okay. In fact, despite the price going up, this whole scenario here, it's bearish because the bears are paying off for the bulls before they can continue. But the bulls are going to say when enough is enough. Okay, so have this in mind. And if we compare Vechain with other coins, for example, like XLM or not XRP, but a few others, we can see that this move here, it's weak. Okay? It's weaker compared to the other ones. So also have this in mind as well, okay? Because we are probably, this guy here, you short live. Okay? It's probably not going to reach this level or any level below the previous high. Okay, so this is a characteristic of a bear market. Remember the sheet that I shared on Twitter. Bear markets are made by lower highs. Okay, this is bear market. There is nothing bullish here, not for now. We can have in the near future. Okay. So now let's jump in the 3 days. Okay, diverge. You can see this divergence here is a little tricky. Okay, I'm going to show you why. Because we have this guy here. Okay, so OBV is like this, right? But price is like this. So in our first line, make like here, and in the second one, we have in price we have a lower high, but in volume, in buyer's volume, we have a higher high. Okay, which sets up the bullish divergence. But there is a big problem here. I'm going to show you why. It's not a big problem, but it's something that we need before we can keep going on for the bullish perspective. Okay, so I will make a simple draw, but maybe it will help you to understand better how do I see it. Okay, so imagine this is it's a bridge. Okay, and we are having all this pressure here on top of the bridge, but the bridge is not ready yet because we need columns on the way. to handle all the weight, right? So what we can expect here from this move? This move here, this impulsive move here, not that full one, but from here, this guy here is this one here. Okay, so the bullish divergence is present, but this move is way too aggressive compared with the buyers. Okay, so the buyers are not aggressive, but the price is aggressive in a bearish way. This is like a friend says, a grinding line. Okay, so it's not bullish. And now, if we take measure here, only from body to body, okay? Let's not take a look on the week to week. Can you see what we have here? Zoom. So this is the same scenario for other coins, okay? Exactly the same, because all of the other assets are behaving on the same way. They are chasing the same nature structure, okay? Yesterday we made a trade on Bitcoin. We went in before the bull break. We made nice profits, and we saw the same scenario here twice. Okay, so this is not about Vechain or Bitcoin. This is about nature. Okay, I think that only a few and key people are looking for. So as you guys can see, I will zoom again. This guy here didn't make the point. Okay, the number for this guy was 511. Okay, and here we have 517. So we had no confluence, okay, no follow through on this guy. But right after, Bitcoin made it. He made it for a few dollars and set the point. Okay, so it's there, it's triggered, and the bulls are looking for continuation. And we can see this in any chart. Okay, so this is also nothing new. This is like a double-side analysis. And so here they made their point as well. Okay, so this is a strong resistance, as you guys can see, all the way from here. Let's make a quick draw. Can you see? So this is not a level where for the technical analysis that most people do based on points to buy and points to sell. No, we don't use such a method for our analysis and our trades, because it doesn't work. Okay, it can work well one time or two, but eventually you will be wrong more times. And we are always looking for continuation, maintaining wealth. So we have to be at least 3 to 1, 4 to 1 to be profitable in the market. Okay, so this is one of the reasons, just a heads up, why I don't use resistance and support lines. Okay, so back to this guy here, main resistance triggered. Now we are looking for this another thing. Let me zoom back. This move here, let me see if I can make it clear. This yes, okay, so this is not a pattern. Okay, this is a price, average price projection. Okay, so what does it mean? What is this about? This whole move here, what is the big deal here? The big deal is to reach the average of price. If we catch this guy here and this guy here, sorry, this one here, we are looking for 50%, which is our average price before we keep looking for continuation. Okay, so it doesn't matter if we make, let's say this was the top, okay, or 78.6. It doesn't matter because price will catch up to the average. And I'm not talking about moving average, okay, because we know for a fact, just for example, take a look on this tool. So this is a tool that I sometimes use for price projection, okay, not prediction. Okay, this is also another way to look to find our 50% average of price. Okay, so another thing about bear market. Okay, so we know that we will never have 100% retracement in a bear market, but we know that the trend it changes from the bottom, and at the bottom what we have this level right here and not this level right here, because we are measuring from the left seconds to stuff here. So just for the sake of the example, in a bullish market we are measuring from, okay, so from here, that's where we take the measure. So from the top, the bottom. And for bear markets, we are going to measure this guy here and this guy here, which is from 100 to 0. Because we are measuring what? Retraction. That's all bear markets are about. Retraction and not expansion. So let's go back. And now let's take a look on the daily. Okay, here on the daily we have a better scenario for OBV, but the price is not like catching up, but okay, you understand. It's going to change soon. And then, okay, so here, so just for the sake of this example, this move right here, this one, is not about Vechain itself. It's about Bitcoin. You can open your Bitcoin chart right now on the daily and you're going to see a small move on Bitcoin. So a small percentage on Bitcoin equals big percentage on Vechain. And not only on Vechain, okay? You can check by yourself right now. So that's all the way bearish. Okay, and another thing here, just a second please. Okay, let's go. Another thing here, some people will call this a bear flag. Okay, and what they will do, they will look to short it because it's bearish. Nobody's going to buy, so let's short, right? Wrong. Because it's not only about the patterns. You have to understand how much this bear flag quotes it's going to pay off. Okay, so this is the classical scenario where someone is going to, just for example here on the 4 hours, okay, some people will take this as a bear flag, and what they are going to do. Okay, so here we reached the 50% level and we saw the some smart bears were waiting here. But the problem for this kind of trade, you will have to fill your bags again, because it's not like, oh, I just made a nice profits here. Okay, so this is the short entry, this is the take profits for smart bears. Okay, just for a few people, not everybody are playing these such scenarios. And so the problem here for the bears, for the early bears, they have to fill their bags again. And the problem, another problem is this structure is already almost 60% complete. And it's not like 60 to 100. It can be 60 to 65, 70, okay? So the odds for good profits against risk is not a big deal, okay? So for the sake, let's say the bears filled their bags again here when they took profits, and they are looking for key levels again that we already saw here, and they are waiting here as well and here as well. If their positions will be triggered, we don't know, but they are there. Okay. So the problem here is they can make big profits. Yes, they can, but the range is getting to get too tight, and this kind of price behavior, it's already losing steam. So it's the for example, let's say they bought here, fill their bags, get ready to dump everything, but we don't keep going up. So what they will have to do? They will have to lower their entry or their short. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? They will stay in the red. Okay. So just a few hints about what we may see here, what is likely to happen, and where the bears are waiting. So now let's take a look where possibly the bulls could be waiting. Okay. So a key thing here is top traders, they are not longing here. Okay, they are not trading this scenario here. They already left. If they are not, let's presume the ones back here still with their positions open. Okay, I'm not talking about physical position, only for contracts. If they haven't closed it, they have a tight stop gain. Okay, because they won't sacrifice their previous gains. Okay, because they won't keep chasing a trade in a structure that is corrective, that's bearish. Okay, so the smart money already left, and what we have now is exchange catching up on Bitcoin, and 5% of the retail traders and speculators and whatever, or people taking profits from a deal, I don't know, whatever. So the fact is, the smart money is already left this scenario here, okay? But remember, if something changes here, a big change that I can't see in this scenario, not yet, they and we will be back again. Okay, so now let's jump into the 1 hour. Also, another thing, all these empty candles, long tails here, all over, this is like 99% bots activity, which means around 80 to 99, maybe 97% of all trades are made by bots. In other words, by exchange. Okay, so this is somewhat sad, but you guys who are in crypto know how things work. And if you take a look on Holochain, it's the same scenario. There is only bots trading. Okay, because if the exchange turn off the bots, the price dies. Okay, just an example. So remember, when you see a chart like this, it's bot made, not human behavior. Okay. So I think this is it. We could find amazing info here for Vechain, and let's see if something changed from the fundamentalistic side. We don't know, perhaps use case, big news, a huge drop, we don't know. We don't have evidence for such. We don't have any idea for now. And well, who knows what may happen in the future, right? I'm not bullish while it is bearish. Okay, most people say we buy low, we sell high, and we are bullish when it's bullish and we are bearish when it's bearish. But what we see in the market is quite the opposite. We see people buying when it's bearish and selling where it's bullish. Okay, so just a quick example here. Let's say we end up with a double bottom. It's bullish, right? And for the sake of the example, oops, not this guy. So like, no. Okay, so you guys understood what I mean. Double bottom. And then let's say we make a higher high compared to the previous one, which is bullish, the bullish trigger. And what a lot of people is going to do, they're going to sell here. They're going to take profits in a bullish scenario. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Because people speak the truth, but they make the opposite of what they say. And this will never change. Okay? Because most people don't understand what they are doing, why they are in the market. It's not only about profits. You have to understand what you are doing. Otherwise, you are done. Okay, so, and then we may end up here, and then we make a new high. And what people, especially the support and resistance traders, what they are going to do, they are going to be ready here for a short or to sell. And what will happen? They are going to try to short a bull market. This is one of the reasons why we don't use the support resistance trading setup. One of the reasons. There are multiple reasons. Okay, and then let's say we keep going up, just for the example. On the first pullback, in the first, let's say people who bought here, or even some people, not all, that bought here, they are going to take profits here. And by the end, I'm just presuming, okay? This is not a call for a bull break for Vechain. No, it's just an example of behavior. And if we keep going up, only 5% or less are going to hold their positions till the top to make almost 90% of everything they can extract from the markets. Okay, less than 5%. Okay, so these are the facts. This will never change. This is not my opinion. This is my market behavior. This is happening since the first day. Okay, it's nothing new. We just have to understand what we saw in the past so we can understand and behave accordingly in the future. Okay, well, I hope this info was helpful for you guys. I hope you can find something useful here, that this can improve your analysis or your trading setup if you have one. If you don't have, you need one. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great night. And remember, hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe. You help me, I help you. Okay? I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.